नमस्कार दोस्तों। अब तक हमने इस NISM इब्सका सीरीज़ 1 एग्ज़ाम में देखा कि कैसे इब्सका के लॉज़ हैं, कैसे KYC के नॉर्म्स फ़ॉलो होते हैं, PMLA कैसे वर्क करता है, सारी चीज़ें देखी। अब हम देखते हैं कि इसमें प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीकेशंस क्या हुए हैं अभी तक, किन-किन कंपनियों को फ़ाइन्स लगा है, कैसे ट्रीट किया जाता है जब फ़ाइन लगता है आपके ऊपर, कंपनीज़ को कैसे वो चीज़ें इफ़ेक्ट करती है। तो इसका जो पास्ट में हो चुकी है चीज़ें, इब्सका ने जो फ़ाइन्स लगाए हैं, जो सेबी ने, FIU इंडिया ने फ़ाइन्स लगाए हैं फ़िनटेक कंपनियों के ऊपर KYC नॉर्म्स ना फ़ॉलो करने की वजह से, या अदर जो PMLA एक्ट के अंदर उनसे गलतियाँ हुई उसके बेसिस पे जो भी फ़ाइन लगे हैं, उसका डिस्कशन और उसकी केस स्टडी इस चैप्टर में की जाएगी। तो चलिए दोस्तों शुरू करते हैं। लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या रहेंगे? आफ्टर स्टडिंग दिस चैप्टर यू शुड नो अबाउट द प्रैक्टिकल implications and coverage of Prevention of Money Laundering Act through specific case studies and existing orders. Introduction. This chapter examines various enforcement actions and adjudicating orders passed by the Financial Intelligence Unit India and the International Financial Service Centers Authority. These cases highlight the strict regulatory stance against non-compliance with PMLA 2002 and Associate Maintenance of Records Rule PMLR 2005। तो दोस्तों IFSC, सेबी, ये सब कंटिन्यूस बेसिस पे इंस्पेक्शन करती रहती है एंटिटीज़ का। अभी रिसेंटली ऐसा हुआ कि इब्सका ने केस स्टडी की और उन्होंने फाइंड आउट किया कि उन्होंने जो सर्च कंडक्ट की उसमें उनको कई ऑफिसेज में प्रिंसिपल ऑफिसर नहीं मिले, कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर नहीं मिले, जो वहाँ पे होने मैंडेटरी है। तो उन बेसिस पे उनके ऊपर स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया गया। तो देखते हैं ऐसे केस स्टडीज़ के बारे में। FIU इंडिया वर्सेस BYBIT फिनटेक लिमिटेड। Background. BYBIT Fintech Limited operates as virtual digital asset service provider under Section 21WA of PMLA. WDA SPs are legally classified as reporting entities. Facts of the case. BYBIT expanded its virtual digital asset services within the Indian markets but failed to secure the mandatory registration with FIU India. Because of this persistent non-compliance, FIU India requested the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to block BYBIT's websites under the Information Technology Act 2000. To halt their operations, FIU India previously issued comprehensive AML CFT guidelines for VDA SPs on March 10, 2022. And the specific circular regarding mandatory registration on October 17, 2023. ऑर्डर और पेनल्टी क्या लगी उनके ऊपर? आफ्टर एग्जामिन रिटर्न एंड ओरल सबमिशन, द डायरेक्टर ऑफ FIU इंडिया फाउंड BYBIT unequally liable liable for multiple violations. In order dated January 31st, 2025, BYBIT was found to have violated Sanctions 12(1) of PMLA, along with several specific rules of the PMLR 2005, including Rule 21H, Rule 72, Rule 82, Rule 84, Rule 3A, 31D, and Rule 73. Penalty imposed. Massive monetary penalty of 9 crore 27 lakh was levied against BYBIT. IBSCA versus Proves Insurance Brokers Limited. Fact. PIBPL was registered with IRDA as a direct broker, life and general insurance, with certificate of registration valid until September 21, 2000. Under 2019 guidelines, IRDA allowed PIBPL to open an IFSC insurance intermediary office in the GIFT IFSC, with the authorization being coterminous with their base IRDA COR. Subsequently, IBSCA notified the IBSCA Insurance Intermediary Regulations 2021, superseding the provision rules. PIBPL was required to renew its COR with IRDA and then apply for branch COR from IPSCA. PIBPL informed IPSCA that their IRDA renewals was pending. Consequently, on January 12, 2022, IPSCA strictly directed PIBPL's IFSC branch not to engage any fresh insurance business until renewal was granted, except for servicing existing clients. Findings: PIBPL ignores the directive. They failed to acknowledge the January 2022 email and continued their businesses operations in stark violation of IPSCA's direct regulatory instructions. Order: exercising powers under IPSCA Act 2019 and the IIIO Regulations 2021, the authority cancelled the approval authorization granted to PIBPL to operate a branch office in GIFT IFSC. Furthermore, IPSCA clarified that despite the cancellation, PIBPL remains liable for any past omissions, outstanding fees, and is still required to maintain and preserve all regulatory records. Case 7.3 IPSCA vs Neo Asset Management Private Limited. Fact of the case: Neo Asset Management Private Limited IFSC branch was registered as a fund management entity non-retail by IPSCA in November 2023. During surprise regulatory inspections on July 31st, August 21, 2024, IPSCA officials found that the branch was operating without its principal officer and key management personnel physically present. IPSCA issued an advisory letter on September 12, 2024, mandating the entity to ensure the physical presence of mandated manpower within 4 weeks. The branch neither collected the physical copy of this letter nor acknowledged the email. Upon conducting third and fourth surprise visit in October 2024, the required personnel were still absent. Order: IPSCA initiated action for non-compliance with IPSCA Fund Management Regulation 2022, specifically Regulations 7.4 and 10.1. The authority disposed the proceeding by issuing formal warning to the noticee and the branch to be carefully in the future. Nothing that any repetition of this violation would result in strict action. FIU India vs Way2 Wealth Brokers Private Limited. Background: FIU India conducts supervisory functions to identify weaknesses in the safeguards implemented by reporting entities, ensuring that malicious actors do not exploit capital flow. In the securities market, FIU India works closely with the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Fact of the findings: based on reference from SEBI regarding allegedly non-compliance, FIU India initiated an analysis of Way2 Wealth Brokers Private Limited. The investigation revealed serious branch breaches of Chapter 5 of PMLA obligations. Alter management failure: the entity failed to properly raise and investigate transactions alert December 2021 and consequently failed to file suspicious transaction report within FIU India. Ignoring regulatory orders: the entity failed to raise alerts or consider adverse orders passed by SEBI from AML transactional monitoring perspective. Order: due to these systematic deficiencies, FIU India issued monetary penalty of 1 lakh rupees under Section 13(2)(d) of PMLA. Its designated director and principal officer were ordered to implement corrective measures and submit a formal certification of compliance within 30 days. 7.5 FIU India vs Paytm Payment Banks Limited. Background: Ace Payment Banks Paytm Payment Bank Limited is registered reporting entity with FIU India. Proceeding originated when law enforcement agencies identified extensive illegal activities including online gambling, dating services, a streaming fraud conducted by syndicate connected to foreign state. This syndicate cheated Indians and routed the illicit proceeds through accounts maintained at Paytm Payment Bank, subsequently remitting the fund abroad. Findings and charges. After detailed examination, FIU India determined that the bank severally failed to discharge its obligations under Chapter 5 of PMLA. Payout related failures. The bank failed to implement an internal mechanism to detect and report suspicious transactions regarding its payout service. It's failed to exercise ongoing due diligence and unlawful relied on non-compliant unregulated third parties for KYC, violating section 12(1) of PMLA and multiple PML rules. Beneficial account failure. The bank failed to exercise ongoing due diligence on 34 beneficiary accounts that receives the proceeds of crime and completely failed to file suspicious transaction reports for these accounts within the prescribed timeline. Order and penalty. After evaluating all submissions, the director of FIU India found the charges against Paytm Payments Bank fully substantially on March 15, 2024, exercising powers under 13 of PMLA. FIU India imposes severe fine of 5 crore 49 lakh rupees on the bank for this critical compliance failure. तो दोस्तों ये था चैप्टर 7। आने वाले चैप्टर में हम बात करेंगे और भी चीज़ों के बारे में।